one actor that was associated with Marvel Studios' Black Widow film recently talked a little bit about his experience and how going through reshoots and getting rid of much of the work that you did before that you thought was great was a soul crushing experience. Well, okay, soul crushing, not so much. Soul destroying is what the actor said. So that came at us from Ray Winston, who of course ended up playing the villain of the film, who was in charge of the Black Widow program and everything that was happening. And recently he was talking about the whole experience working with Marvel Studios on that film, specifically about the role he played, obviously controlling the Taskmaster and everything that was going on, and how the film came out. And Winston told Radio Times that he wasn't really happy with it or enjoyed it. Talking about how when they set out to make the film, he put his heart and soul into a performance in that film and what he was doing. And ultimately, they called them all for reshoots. He went in, did a bunch of reshoots, and then when the final film came out, he said it wasn't the film that he originally poured all of his love into. That it was a different role, it was a different thing, it was quick reshoots, and he feels like it shows up in the final project, that it's clearly not the way that he thought it was going to go, but that's the way that Marvel worked, and yeah, he's disappointed, and he says it can be soul destroying to do some of the best work of your career, and then come back and do the opposite. Again, talking about Black Widow. And yeah, it's one of those disappointing things to hear, but at the same time, it does happen. We know many actors have signed on for projects where you signed on and you agree upon a thing and they get you to sign the dotted line, and then suddenly, the moment you signed it, the project becomes something else, or through changes or whatever's going on in the industry or the specific studio, changes everything. And it sounds like that he really had this experience that just did not work for him. So, it's a little disappointing to hear this, but not surprising considering we heard that Black Widow went through a pretty radical change there in the end to change a lot of the film during massive reshoots.